Hey guys, welcome to a new day on 251 Designs. I'm Corey, and today we're going to fabricate. That's what we're here for today. Let's wait and see what we're going to do. So today we're going to be designing a few things. I have a buddy who buys houses and tells me to clean out the garage for him, and I can have whatever I want or scrap it. So I acquired a new toolbox. So it's not the greatest. I've been working with it. So we cleaned it all out. We lubed the drawers. They weren't perfect. The casters are good. My floor's not 100% flat, but they're good. I found the key for it, so I can actually lock it if I want. And they all come with liners besides the bottom one. And then I have this mat. This mat is here. This mat is on my other toolbox, and I also put it on my welding cabinet over here. So it's nice. I like it. It's like little diamond plate rubber slash flooring. In the sense of that, I'm reusing it, and I've reused it a lot. I love this stuff because it's rubberized, it's thick, as you see, and things don't really go anywhere on the material. It protects the metal as well, which I need to clean up back here and possibly put a stripe back here and be done with it. But there's another thing I wanted to get and I got for Christmas. And what is that? That is a 4-piece magnetic toolkit, or whatever you want to call it. Shelves, paper towel holder, and can holder. But see, my issue is, like, this one will fit right there. Well, my other ones are just a hair too big. So what we're going to do with making this work, as you see, it just doesn't quite fit. So I can't put it on there unless I do that, or put it on the back side, which I don't want either. So this is my new little tool cart that I'm going to be using to work on my cars with. This one has a flat side. This one has an indentation on the sides. So you're asking your question, or you're probably asking yourself, why is this idiot sitting here talking about all this? Well, it gives me an excuse to build something. So let's see what we're going to end up doing. On my other channel, TheShop Worldwide, I was given these tools to test out. This is a riv nut gun, and this is a rivet gun. So I get to try these out. They are by Hardell, however you want to say it, Hardell. So yeah, you can check them out in the link in the description below. You can also check out my video on TheShop Worldwide, and that should be coming out very soon. But we're going to be using the riv nut gun and possibly the rivet gun as well. I might use the rivet gun on one and the riv nut gun on another. We'll find out. But anyway, this also gives me an excuse to make a design video for you of how to create a design in Fusion 360. And then, well, you design it, and then we get to cut it on my Langmuir Crossfire. After we do that, we get to put it in here. So enough talk. Let's break the computer out. Let's measure up everything, design it, and then throw it in CAD, cut it out, and put it on here. Let's break the computer out. So we got the computer set up. We actually got it set up on the tool chest. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start designing this. We're going to measure everything up, and then we're going to throw it in Fusion 360, and we're going to make it to where we can manufacture this and make it work. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our measurements. So we got our old Stanley Fat Max out, and I've been looking at this. This is 18 inches. I can go 16, and that works because that puts it about an inch in each way. Perfect. All right, well, the other part is, let's measure this one. All right, we're looking at little, right around 5 inches. So with that being 5 inches tall, we can look at making this 5.5 inches tall. So that'll give us enough room, 1/2 inch on each side, or we can make it 6, depending on the metal we have. So we can use scrap metal instead of using a whole sheet of some sort. Let me measure the other ones to make sure that everything lines up. And if it does, then we're gonna get cutting. All right, next, I have different metals over here. We may even use this shelf. I like this shelf. This thing's pretty thick. But we can possibly use this shelf for 2 of them. And if we do, it's just using scrap and making sure that it works. I like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, we're gonna measure up one here, and we're gonna cut it long ways and possibly get 2 out of this. We're gonna make sure that this measures up to, what is it, 32 inches, at least 33 inches. So let's grab my Fat Max again. And this has plenty of room. It's 36 inches, so we can cut it out however we need to. And then we have 7 inches between the holes right there. So what we'll do is we can do 6 inches, and that'll work. We'll line it up on the corner down here, and we'll cut out everything the way we need to at 6 inches. 6 inches in height and 16 inches wide. Not difficult. So let's get into our Fusion 360 and we'll talk about it. All right, everything is set up. My fire control is open. I've already did a dry run on here, and I don't have any water in here. It looks nasty as all get out, and it needs to be cleaned up pretty good. Let's go ahead and start this GoPro. Start that GoPro, and then we're gonna do this. All right, well, now we are done cutting. Let me come along. There's no cooling on this. Here you go. I'm not even gonna worry about cleaning this up. The edges look good. I might have to drill these holes out a little bit. They are kind of small. It's just gonna be bolted to there. It doesn't really have to be painted. There's not gonna be a lot of moisture. It does have a coating on the front of it. Like I said, it's just going right here, like this. So, looks quite good. I don't even care if it's warped. But we got that done now. So used a shelf that was already mangled and warped that I wasn't going to use again. Cut out what I needed to. And now this is scrap. But it provided me with what I needed. I didn't need the shelf anymore. So there we go. Those my scrap pile. Come back over here. Shut all this down. I don't need this anymore. And now we get to drill some holes and put all this together. All right, now that we have everything in order, these bolts are just a hair too big. I didn't measure the bolts before I cut this, so we'll just drill these out real quick and we'll be done. Another thing I like to use is I like to use a deburr tool. And it deburrs, takes off all the little shards of metal all the way around it. Use on both sides to try and create a better surface so that you don't have little pieces of metal sticking up. So these are pretty cheap, but they're worth every penny of it. So you don't have just shards sticking out to stab you or to get in anything like paint or anything else you don't want. Okay, so now we got both of them done. Rivets down here, which hold very well, and then riv nuts up here. So if we ever have to take this thing back off, we can if we want, or we can opt and just go to really big rivets and not have to worry about that. So this is on here, that's on here, and then we grab both of these. And all right, set this up here like that, and then set this one down here like that. Now they're holding. That's what I wanted. So we got both of these on here, and now I have my little rolly cart with everything I need. So this one can actually go on the other side. This is a 4-piece set, and so we're going to put this one on the other side and these two on this side. The 4th piece is a paper towel holder, and we're not putting that on here. We're gonna put it on something else. All right, so everything is done now. The rivets are in this one, the riv nuts are in this one. I'm really liking this. It's gonna hold up good. This is not really moving at all. It's not gonna have too much weight on it, just some pens or pencils or some tools. That's gonna have like some brake cleaner and some WD-40 or something like that down there. These are awesome. You can check them out in the link in the description below, or you can go to my TheShop Worldwide video and see it again in a different manner. It breaks it down to how these things work and everything else. But this project is done. If you want to find some of these, I will put a link in the description for these as well. They probably won't be the same exact ones, but it'll be something like it. I really like them. They're exactly what I needed. They're cheaper than Harbor Freight. Here's my paper towel holder. Like I said, this one, I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but if I put it on here, it will not work because it's too wide. So the only way it would work is if I built another shelf and put them closer together, which right now isn't gonna happen. I don't need a paper towel holder. Not on that, at least. I have one up there. I might put one on here. I don't know. But hopefully you learned something. You learned something from either Fusion 360 or the factor of you can use your plasma table to cut just about anything in minutes whenever you think about designing it. It's not difficult once you get the flow of things. I mean, how nice does this look? It's cut perfectly. I didn't sit there and cut it by hand. I didn't cut it with a jigsaw and then have to drill holes out and everything else. I cut it on the plasma and everything just about fit. On the rivets, it fit perfectly in there. On the riv nuts, these screws were a little bit bigger than those holes, only because I didn't measure the screws before I cut it. If I would have measured them, I would have cut it a little bit bigger. It would have been perfect. So, if you like this kind of content, give it a thumbs up. It does push it out to other people and get more views. And that's what I'm here for, is trying to get views, to give y'all more information, to give y'all more videos, more entertainment, more how-tos, and everything else. Soon, we're gonna be back on the ESOB MIGmaster 250s. We have a couple things over here. I got me a Vulcan cabinet, if you saw in the shorts. I'm really enjoying that. I'm converting everything to that. I've got a TIG torch that I'm starting to play with. That's fun. And then I have another plasma coming in. And once that plasma comes in, then we'll get some real fun, because we're gonna start comparing a Yes Welder. I can't remember which size that is. It's either 55 or 65. 55. This is a Yes Welder cut 55 DS, and this is the Art Captain cut 50. So 55 amps, 50 amps. That's on 220. Yeah, 220. The next one I'm getting, I haven't really read into it yet. Company reached out to me, said, hey, we want to send you this. The main part of the breakdown of the machine is going to be on my other channel, but the other parts are going to be on here towards what I do and don't like about all these and how they work and everything else with it. So I'm also supposed to be getting another welder, a little multi-processor welder that does a whole lot of different things. I got some more gas, got argon for the TIG, got a bunch of 75-25 for MIG. So we're gonna be creating some stuff, a lot more stuff, and that's what this channel is about. So stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see more. There's gonna be a lot more fabrication. That's my joy in life, is fabrication. Doesn't make me a whole lot of money because I do it as a hobby, not full-time, not part-time, not any of that. I actually don't do this as a profession at all. It's just fun. Automotive is my second passion, and I've had it for years. I have too many cars. That's on my other channel too. Go check it out, TheShop Worldwide. It's gonna be at the end of the video. And I wanna say thank you for joining into another episode of 251 Designs, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.